Welcome, wrestling fans and Wisconsin Rapids community media viewers. This is Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling. We're up in the top of a tree here at DC Everest when the Raiders take on the Evergreens. 113-pounder Aiden Armagast will take on Taylor Dillon. And here they come, as they announced from the lowest weight to the highest weight. Here's Aiden Armagast and Taylor Dillon. 120-pounders. Preston Spray, your Red Raider, is taking on Josh Dennins from the Evergreens. Dannon's a sophomore. A lot of young wrestlers here in the Evergreen lineup. 126-pound matchup for the Evergreens. Easton Cooper, one of their best wrestlers, will take on Carter Freeman, your Red Raider. The Evergreens have 3 juniors and 1 senior in the lineup. All rest are just freshmen and sophomores. 132-pound matchup, Ace and Meyer, your Red Raider, against Blake Bankston of the Evergreens. Mark Jeske, your Red Raider, at 138 against Blake Heel, another one of the Evergreens' best wrestlers. 145-pound matchup. Cameron Sari from the Evergreens against Josh Black, your Red Raider. The next weight class, 152 pounds, Terrence Banks, the DC Everest Evergreens. Ben Weidman, 152 for the Red Raiders. And for DC Everest at 152 is Terrence Banks. The matchup at 160 pounds. And 160 for Rapids is Ben Weidman. There, he's a sophomore against the Poggle sophomore. Now they changed, the head announcer changed what he had said before, but this is Dayton Poggle from the Evergreens, and we'll see who the Red Raiders put out at 160. 170, your Red Raider will be Brett Bach against Tanner Rickman out of the DC Everest Evergreens. 182-pound matchup next. Damian Sturk, and he'll face Kyle Schmidt. Oh, now they put in a forfeit. 195-pounders. This is Ashton Fisher, and he will take on Andrew Samuels. And the head announcers is having a little bit of a hard time here. He's a little bit confused as to what's going on. He'll get through it. 220-pounders, Tanner Gormanson, your Red Raider, facing Mitch Danielski of the Evergreens. That's the third of the ranked wrestlers for the Evergreens. 285-pounders, Josh Hanson, the Red Raider, against Miles Paulson. And at 106 pounds, Landon Freeman will take on Tyler Majeski. And again, the announcer there had that pretty much messed up, so he announced them first. They will actually be the last match. Giving you Matt's side seats, and we really thank him a lot, is Landon Jones for the Red Raider Wrestling here. We appreciate him volunteering his time. And joining me, Scott Tesch in the broadcast area, Hall of Fame coach, Mr. Lewie Benitz. Coach, what kind of a dual meet do you think we're going to have tonight?
Well, like you said, we're up in the treetops here, and I guess that's why we're called the treetoppers here. There's going to be a few good matches, it sounds like. We're missing a couple of guys. I think maybe the Evergreens are too. Big change up here. The Lurkeys have coached the Evergreens for years, Fred, and then Eric, and then Eric just retired or resigned this past year. And so it's a whole new leadership program. Aiden Armagust here. He's got a quick takedown.
And he cuts Dylan loose from the Evergreens. 2-1, the Red Raider. Minute 12 left yet, first period. Again, it won't be too easy to give you a look at the scoreboard because we are up higher than the infrastructure of the gym here. We're looking down just underneath it, and the scoreboards, both of them, are blocked by basketball baskets and the I-beams to support the ceiling. So we'll do as best we can to keep you updated on the score. Red Raiders 3-0 in the Valley Conference, along with Wausau West. Marshfield is 3-1. DC Everest 2-2, 2 takedown for Armagust. So another big meet for the Red Raiders here tonight. Wausau West is wrestling Marshfield at Wausau West, so that will be huge as far as the Valley Conference standings go.
That could be a big meet.
Yeah, that will be a dandy. Marshfield is 3-1.
And Marshfield won the bi-state.
Yeah, that's a pretty tough tournament. Riding with a tight waist on this left side, wrist control. Arm bar now, trying to walk that over the top. End of the period, 4-1, Aiden Armagust.
I take that back. They didn't win the bi-state. They won the Clash. The Clash was over in La Crosse this year.
Yeah, that was a change. Normally that's over in Rochester.
Yeah, big change. We didn't even know it. Just happened to see it on Track Wrestling.
Dylan takes down to start the second period, and Armagust gives him a free ride back to his feet. Nice shot in, double leg, runs him right over, catches him on his back, near fall coming. Got the 2, 6-2 right now.
He's going to be a pretty good wrestler.
And he's got 3 near fall, so it's now a quick 9-2 lead.
You can see the scoreboard, huh?
Barely.
Yeah.
It's kind. You kind of gotta do the head bob and weave around some of the stuff, but
Yeah, I'm not sure who laid this out up here, but it wasn't for the press box.
no, that came afterwards. I'm pretty sure. Ooh, shot
Boy.
in again, hard one. 11-2 now for the Red Raider.
He's
Excuse me,
wrestling
11-3.
pretty well.
Trying to dig that bar in on this left-hand side.
Pretty good crowd up here. Everest has senior night, and they've got a lot of people up here in the stands.
Cut him loose one more time, 11-4. Oh, 2% toss, got him to his back, in deep trouble. 52 seconds left to work for a fall, and there it is. And 3 minutes, 10 seconds on the fall.
That's a good start. Nice job, Aiden.
16 points for the Red Raiders, and they're off to a 6-0 lead. 120-pound weight class coming next. And I see Preston Spray getting the warm-ups off. Scheduled to go against Josh Dennins. Dennins is a sophomore.
Preston must be going to stay down at 13 now. 20, I'm sorry. I got the statistician right next to me here.
Good thing you're in between me and her. She would have slapped me.
Oh, I know it. I'm used to it.
Nice duck under to an ankle pick. Around the corner he goes. A little short drag in the middle. Got the takedown and cuts him loose. 2-1.
Preston finished third over at the prestigious tournament at Kaukauna.
In the cheesehead.
Yeah. That's pretty good. He wrestled really good.
Going to give him a free ride back to his feet. 4-2 right now. Spray working in on another takedown. Throws in the legs on the way down, but lost that on the way to the mat. 2 takedown and going to cut him loose. Going to go for the takedown game here. Ankle pick. He likes that move a lot. Hard, heavy collar tie. Forces that head towards the ankle he's looking to pick. And your feet tend to get stuck in the mat.
He's pretty quick.
Can't move him out of the way. And he's pretty long, too, so he's got some reach here that works pretty good for him. Around the corner they go. 2 takedown spray one more time. It's now 10-5 on the cut loose. Another sweep off wrist control. Covers 2 legs, covers him up. 12-5. 36 seconds left in the first period. Crowd has just got stone quiet.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know. Nobody cheering for Rapids. Nobody saying nothing. Nobody saying anything for DC Everest.
Well, Preston's pretty dominant.
Ankle sweep again. Nice little pick. 14-6 right now. Inside of 20 seconds.
He's not a pinner, though. He scores a lot of points.
Near fall coming on a tip.
Coming out of time.
3 near fall. It's now 17-6 after one period. Interesting. I just noticed this. We got 2 officials going on here. One probably hired to do the junior varsity matches, which will follow the varsity. New change this year in the Valley Conference. And so both of them are working the dual meet tonight.
And it's kind of different, and I'm kind of getting used to it. I think it's okay. 6 o'clock start time in the Valley. The whole Valley's doing that.
And you got both officials on the mat working the opposite side of the mat and looking in at different angles, so they pretty much can cover everything that's going on. If somebody's got a joint being bent out of shape or locked hands or anything that one may have trouble seeing, he's got the other official to rely on. Legs right, trying to hip Dennins over, which he has done. 19-6 right now with 1:05 left second period. Dannon's working hard on the bottom, trying to stay on a base here. Spray's not able to take him off yet. Wrist in a bar now. Got a half going with it.
What's going on? What's happening?
This is a
Oh.
live stream.
Yeah, this isn't live stream for us. It might be for Everest.
And Spray with a pin
Yeah.
with 22 seconds left second period.
For the TV. But the live stream would come from them somewhere.
3:38 on the pin time. 6 more Red Raider team points. 12-0 the dual meet. 126-pound weight class coming up. And that should be Carter Freeman. Looks like who it is. And this is Easton Cooper. Cooper ranked 4th in the state at 126. Freeman, his ranking, if I can find it here quickly.
He's
my
honorable
notes.
mention, I think, isn't he?
Let's see. Oh, there's the page I'm looking for. Carter Freeman is ranked 9th. So this will be one of the feature matches of the night. Carter Freeman in an upset win over Shakopee in a 126-pound weight class against one of their best wrestlers in the Northern Exposure. Comes out, weathered the storm with all the fly-around action, and ended up getting a pin for the Red Raiders. And Freeman's got a bloody nose.
He's a pretty good little freshman.
Yeah, the coaching staff of the Evergreens is Tom Reamer, their head coach. His assistants are Matt Pritzel, Jay Heel, and Wyatt Esker. The Red Raiders coaching staff, Scott Benitz head coach, assistants Tim Spray, Ryan Schilling, Cody Sawyer, and Carl DeLuca. So now we get to cleanup time here with a little bit of mat cleanup. And I'm not sure if it's a bloody nose or if it's a little bit of a cut lip or what it is, but they're getting him straightened away here. Carter Freeman, a freshman, and Easton Cooper, a sophomore for the Evergreens. Minute 25 left, no score. Caution on Freeman, not proper starting position. Now front headlock by Cooper. He's trying to drag him forward so he can reach around and grab that.
Now the Evergreen coaches are getting pretty wound up now.
And Freeman stands right up through this right now, gets back to his feet. Oh, he gets turned to his back. Freeman rolls through it. 2 takedown and 2 near fall. 4-0 Cooper.
He got the count on that, huh?
Yep, he held him there for a count of 2. So Freeman's got to work from the bottom now. Got flattened out on the start, trying to keep his hands free. Cooper with a tip of his own attempt. Carter blocked that. I like that little.
Everest might be. This is for our TV. So it's not so tell those people to stop yelling.
Wrist tied up on this near side by Cooper.
It'll be on sometime in a week or so. It's on
End of a period. 2-4-0 Cooper of the Evergreens. So we will see. Now, Freeman got to go over and get cleaned up one more time here. A little bit of cleanup time going on here. You get 5 minutes of blood time. That's actual bleeding. And then once the blood flow has stopped, whether it's plugged or you get a Band-Aid on it or whatever, then the blood time is stopped. It's a running total of 5 minutes, but cleanup time is not counted in the blood time. And the referee's checking on both wrestlers. Freeman back cleaned up, ready to go. Cooper's going down to start the second period. Easy stand up and escape by Cooper. He leads 5-0.
That was the big 4 points there in the first period.
Yeah, it was. Nice shot by Freeman. Can't complete it on the mat. Good counter by Cooper. Nice shot by Carter Freeman there.
Yeah, that would have been a takedown if it had been on the mat.
Nice shot in. Can he complete it? Barrel roll takedown. 2 and a takedown. 5-2 now, the lead for Cooper.
He came back pretty strong here.
Yes, he did. Now let's see if he can maybe get a turn and tighten this up. No, he can't. Going to go on their feet. One escape, trying to get an inside trip. They're off the mat. 6-2 now. That extra near fall for Cooper makes this a big distance to cover now, because if he's going to go takedowns, he's going to get 2 and give up 1. So he's only getting 1 point each time.
Big 2 points, yeah.
Now, front headlock again by Cooper. Trying a short drag. No takedown yet. One point technical violation. Cooper fleeing the mat. Freeman. 7-2 now. 12 seconds left. Second period. Time for one more shot by Freeman here if he can complete it. And he's going to run out of time. 7-2 the lead for Cooper here. Third period coming. They're going to go on their feet, says Freeman. His choice to start the third. If he can get a takedown to the back for some near fall, can Freeman, that will help. Then he can cut him loose, and another takedown will tie it. Warning, stalling on Freeman. I'm not sure how, but because he's the one that took the shot.
I'm not sure that was a good call.
And why would you stall if you're behind? And in a chance to win a match. Cooper in with a shot. Freeman countered to his feet. Cooper's got an underhook, but doesn't have the best head position. Swung at a headlock and missed that. That was ill-advised at that time, and Cooper gets the takedown.
You got to go for it. When you're losing, you're losing. If he'd have got it, it would have been good.
Now it's 9-2 for Easton Cooper of the Evergreens. Caution on Cooper, improper starting position. Now we're getting him set again. And now we got an equipment issue here with Freeman. A couple of issues throughout this match. DC Everest has wrestled Wausau East, beat them 70-12. Wausau West beat DC Everest 57-16. And DC Everest has beaten Stevens Point 43-31. No points.
Carter came back really hard there, come really close to getting points, but they went off the mat.
Roll attempt. Freeman on the move now, back to his feet, working on hand control. Got the hands separated. See if he can clear the hips. He's got the hips cleared. It's 9-3 now with 35 seconds left.
He's fought himself back in this match pretty well.
Again, the two near fall are key here. Warning, stalling Everest. And they're off with 12 seconds left. Still 9-3. Freeman's got to pin him here. inside of 5.
This is a good match.
9-3 Easton Cooper over Carter Freeman.
9-5.
Excuse me, 9-5. Thanks, Joyce, for getting me squared away here. And 3 team points for the Evergreens. They're on the board 12-3. The dual meet stands right now. Next up, the 132-pound weight class. Scheduled to go Asen Meyer, your Red Raider. We'll see if that happens. There comes Asen. Blake Bankston is a freshman for the Evergreens. Again, they have 3 juniors and 1 senior in their lineup. Bankston in on a single leg shot. Whizzer still for control here. Oh, 2 takedown. They gave the 2. And Bankston's got a lead here. And Meyer is a senior for the Red Raiders. And they work off the mat. 1:15 left, 2-0 the Evergreens lead. Meyer's set, Bankston covers. Meyer's working to try to get to his feet. Ankle pick stopped that by Bankston. He's got an ankle lock, stepped over and locked down on that left ankle of Meyer. Looking to get to a cradle here. Meyer's got to control that hand, which he's working on.
This is a pretty good freshman.
Picks the ankle pick off, and Meyer steps away. It's 2-1. 35 seconds left. Bankston right back in on another shot. Shot in by Bankston again. Trying to change levels. He ducks underneath and drives right across. Gets a takedown with 4 seconds left.
This is a pretty good freshman.
Yeah. Did some nice things. 4-1. Bankston's choice. He defers. Asen Meyer's choice. He goes down. DC Everest has like 4 or 5 195-pounders that they got listed here. So they got a bunch of big kids. Some of them not with a lot of experience, but at least they got some kids out. Now Bankston trying to keep wrist control underneath. Now he reaches across for a cradle again. Walks that head right towards the knee.
He's pretty tough.
Asen Meyer broke the cradle hold, thank goodness. Now Meyer's working on hand control, coming to his feet, gets the 1 escape, 4-2. 1:05 left, second period. Bankston with a shot one more time and got kind of stretched out, but he's kind of half there.
Well,
He steps and ducks underneath that nice, don't he?
we got to get some offense here.
And another escape, 6-3 now.
Boy, he's in on us all day.
Yeah, we can't keep him off our legs here. "21 seconds left, 6-3 for the Evergreens. Second period here.
Team score, if I can see it right, is 12-3. Rapids.
Bankston in on another shot. 2 seconds, 1. End of the period as he ducks in one more time, and the referee gives the 2. Close call, but you can't afford to relax.
Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with that call, but I guess I agree with you. We must have let up a little bit.
There was less than 2 seconds when he was square facing him, and then inside of 2 seconds he completed the takedown. 8-3 right now, and Bankston's on the bottom. Bankston's trying to sit and turn inside, which he has done, and got to that single leg position again. He's ducked underneath that each time. 1 point escape, now 10-3. Scoreboard hasn't put the point up yet. They're all three of them sitting there watching the dual meet. Russian arm tie by Meyer now. Little leg sweep, takedown attempt, didn't work for Bankston. Sweep by Meyer, he got countered.
We're just getting overpowered in there. We get in, we can't finish.
Headgear come down over the eyes of Ace and Meyer, so in a neutral position, the referee will stop that. Let him fix that back up. 30 seconds left, third period. We're down 10-3. Can't give up this takedown, but he does. Now it's a major decision.
Meyer just quits in there. That's not a nice way of saying it, but the Everest kid just shoots in deep and finishes it.
Scoreboard says 11-3, but it should be 12-3, I think. It should be 12-3. They didn't put a point up before. In any event, it's still a major decision. And that's 4 team points for the Evergreens. They tighten the dual meet up 12-7. And now one of their better wrestlers coming out, Blake Heel.
I think that little freshman must have been one of their better wrestlers. He's pretty tough.
And we'll see who the Red Raiders send out.
Wrestling at 138 pounds for Wisconsin Rapids, sophomore Mark Jeske, for DC Everest junior Blake Heel.
This is Heel and Mark Jeske, our Red Raider.
And normally we would have Luke Bean in here, but he's not here tonight. He's here, but he's not wrestling.
Underhook and head position by Heel. There's that inside shot. 2 takedown for Heel. Again, Jeske let him hang around long enough in there with good head position in that underhook, and he had a clear path to that leg.
These Everest kids are pretty tough on their feet.
Bounce they go, 54 seconds, 2-0. Blake Heel of the Evergreens. Jeske on the bottom now got a chance to score from here. This based off. Ended up getting taken flat to his stomach. Bar on this near side, as you can see, by Heel. Now he's trying to get another bar on the other side, and Jeske's got to get that hand out in front of him. Now he's got a double bar in, does Heel, and this is going to be trouble for Jeske as he goes over. 2 seconds, 1 second. He's going to run out of time, thank goodness.
Yeah, we were in big trouble.
3 near fall, 5-0. Heel of Everest leads. Jeske's choice now. He defers. Heel's choice going on their feet. Again, underhook with head position by Heel. There's the same shot. 2 takedown, it's now 7-0. Jeske's got to force one hand ahead here because Heel's looking for a double bar one more time.
We're kind of taking a beating in this match.
Yes, we are. And definitely overmatched here. Still got to fight to save all the team points you can. Don't get pinned here. Double arm bar one more time. And Jeske goes over, but he's not close to getting pinned yet. This can get really tight when Heel starts to sit out on it. 37 seconds left. Heel going to reload. Jeske's shoulder still up pretty high. 20 seconds.
We're in big trouble.
Now he's going to change to fire a half. And now he's over in a lot more trouble here. 10 with 5 seconds left in the match. 6 team points for the Evergreens. It's now Evergreens 13, the Red Raiders 12.
Well, that was a mismatch. They had that going right from the get-go.
Red Raiders got to get back on the board here. They won the first 2, and then they got beat the last 3. Josh Black at 145 scheduled to go. And this is Cameron Sari. Sari is a junior. And Black a senior for the Red Raiders. Black with an ankle pick. Can he complete it? Yes, he does.
That was a nice takedown.
Good start. Get the lead off the whistle. Take the momentum away from the Evergreens if you can. Because right now they got it all. Spiral ride by the Red Raider. Sorry, able to stand in a high base pretty easily. Black drops off to a single and they go out of bounds. Black will be on top. Sawyer will be on the bottom. Minute 12 left. And Black's going to give him, no, we got some blood time, I do believe. And that's on Sorry. So, as I had mentioned, the Wausau West squad is 3-0, and they wrestle Marshfield tonight, and that'll be a heck of a dual meet. Wausau West is, I believe, ranked 8th. Marshfield ranked 4th. The Red Raiders are the number 1 team in the state in Division 1.
And we get Wausau West next week.
In 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
We
You're
get
right.
Wausau East next. The Red Raiders are 3-0. Marshfield is 3-1. So they're looking to stir the pot here. If they can take out Wausau West, give them 1 loss. And then they're going to hope that Wausau West can take out the Red Raiders. Everybody have a loss. And we'll go into the conference tournament, see how we do there. DC Everest is 2-2. Stevens Point 0-2. They got meet canceled on them, so they are rescheduling that. And Merrill is 0-3, along with Wausau East 0-3. Hard start by the Evergreen. Heel trying to get to a high base here.
That was warming up.
And he gets the escape. Now, 2-1.
This is a big match.
Yeah, we need to change some momentum here. We need to score some points. Both wrestlers not real sure about offense right now here. They're trying to feel each other out a little bit. Trying to set up their tie-ups and their shots. 5 seconds left in the first period, excuse me. Two to 1. Josh Black leads over Cameron Sorry. Sorry's choice. He's going down. Sorry hops to that high base pretty easily, and then Black can't do nothing to get him off it. He either can't or he didn't really want to. I'm not sure which, but it looked pretty easy. 2-2. Shot in, but easily countered. Reshot, missed.
We took him down pretty easily in that first period and then haven't come close since.
Yeah, that one ankle pick type takedown. And after that, I'm not sure if he's trying to get to that same thing or what, but Sorry would have snapped down on the head and he reshot again. Now Black with a front headlock. Around the corner, see if he can get to the leg.
Come on, Josh, turn the corner here, buddy.
Got to the leg, head on the side. 2 takedown. That was good work.
That was a nice takedown. That was a hard takedown.
He stayed with it long enough. There, now we got an arm and a coffee grinder here. We'll stay with this for a while here. Can't let him get to his base so easily.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, he's got that arm pulled back again in a coffee grinder.
He's riding pretty tough.
Again, that's good position here. 10 seconds.
This would be big if we can ride him out this period. Don't get too high, though. Not
Maybe
too high.
Oh, and they stopped it. I'm not sure what for. Unless the hand slid up towards the shoulder, I'm not sure, but
Not from here.
3 seconds left, 4-2, Black. Third period coming. Black's choice. He's going down. Again, no start on the bottom, just trying to get to a ball, I guess. Now slow work up, but he puts his head down by his knee, and that's a cradle for the other guy. Now he's up to a base, but sits there. Now he reached back and snatched a knee of Sari. But couldn't do nothing with that. Again, he puts his head down by his knee on that inside leg stand-up. And Sari looks to lock a cradle up right then. .45 seconds left, still 4-2, Black.
Yeah, we got to get some offense going here.
Yeah, we do. We got to score from the bottom here. Got to pick our head up and get some feet on the mat. Switch attempt, countered easily. But one move only. Again, head down to the mat. He finally picks it up.
Come on, Josh. Go.
10 seconds left. 4-2.
Short time, short time. Come on, Josh. We were
Black
fortunate to win that.
Yeah, he hangs on. 4-2. 3 Red Raider team points. The Red Raiders jump back to the lead, 15-13.
A win's a win, though.
Now, we're going to have
Ben Weidman, I think.
Ben Weidman against the sophomore and Tanner Rickman. And Weidman is a sophomore as well.
Terrence Banks.
And we'll see who Everest is putting up. Yes, it is Banks, okay?
Terrence Banks.
All right, chance for Weidman to extend the lead here for the Red Raiders. Weidman honorable mention ranked. And we got 1 point for Weidman as Banks had a wristband on.
Oh.
The referee had seen that, stopped the match, made him take it off, and awarded the penalty point for Weidman. So he's got a lead.
It's about the easiest point you're ever going to get.
That's right. Just a little bit slow on that after Banks got his feet caught in the mat.
Well, he
and
hasn't wrestled for a while.
ended up on the seat of his step in there. Underhook with head control by Weidman. And they break apart. Around the corner we're going. They drive in to try and knock us off our balance, but Weidman counters that. Nice underhead spin there, and Banks got free. And we got blood time on Banks. So we got another little delay in the action here. The Red Raiders in their dual meet so far, first one out of the gate, they took on Marshfield and defeated them 48-28. Then the Red Raiders wrestled Stevens Point. It was 51-17. And they beat Merrill 66-9. The only dual meet between the Red Raiders and the Evergreens is Stevens Point. Wisconsin Rapids was 51-17. DC Everest over Stevens Point 43-31. So a bigger deficit there with the Rapids Point dual meet than with the Evergreens and Point. And again, in today's time with sickness and the COVID and the flu and everything else that's going around, it's not maybe comparing apples to oranges, but it gives you just a little bit of an idea. And we got the mat cleaned up. Banks is ready to go. And Weidman's ready. So we got 33 seconds left first period. 1-0 Weidman on the penalty. Weidman with a shot was easily countered. Both wrestlers, big wide stances. End of the period is here. 1-0 Weidman on the penalty. Good thing is we got the lead here.
We didn't come close to scoring any offensive points.
Everything on their feet was pretty neutral. Weidman's going down to start the second. Up to his feet, working on hands, trying to get his hips free. Banks drops to a single. And off the mat they work. Weidman ready. Banks covers.
This is a big match for us.
Yeah, we need to get some momentum going here. And they cut him loose. Weidman 2-0 on their feet. Yeah, neither wrestler really close to scoring a takedown so far. Banks with a shot. Weidman countered that. Weidman in a little barrel roll. Got the takedown. Couldn't keep him on his back. Weidman, I do believe, has a wrist tied up underneath. Trying to reach through the thighs and grab that same wrist if he can. Banks is forcing it outside and got back to a base. Spiral ride for the Red Raider, and Banks comes to his feet. Banks pirouettes back up to his high base. Doesn't have any problem getting his feet on the mat. Looking to lock up maybe a cradle here. He lost that far side arm. Now try and just run him over. Looking to lock up a cradle again here. Gonna run out of time. 4-0 Weidman after 2 periods. Banks' choice, he will go down. Caution, Weidman jumping to start. Crossface again by Weidman, trying to get inside this near side knee for a cradle. See if he's got it locked. No, it just got broke apart. Now half an arrest. Straightens him out over the knee. Banks laying hard on one side.
He's starting to get a little more aggressive here. Not over the top, though.
Yeah, Banks steps inside and gets a 1 point escape. 4-1 now. Weidman get a takedown here. That would help immensely. .55 seconds left in the match. Snapped down by Weidman. He ended up on his knees in front of Banks. Weidman was shot in, got countered, back to their feet they go. 15 seconds. Banks with a shot. Got stretched out and countered. Weidman with a reshot. Off the mat with 5 seconds left. That was a good little scramble there.
Pretty close match.
Weidman's going to hang on for the win here, 4-1. Puts 3 more team points on the board for the Red Raiders. It's now 18-13.
Pretty close duel.
Next up for the Red Raiders, we'll see who they send out at 160 pounds.
It looks like we're moving Brett Bach up.
Yep, moving Brett Bach up.
So we're going to use Marcos Simonson.
Daytona Poggle for the sophomore for the Evergreens, and Marco Simonson is a junior for the Red Raiders. First time I've seen him on the varsity side lineup. So we'll see what this Red Raider brings to the mat here. Moving Brett Bach up to 170. Duck under to a shot in. Gotta stretch him out here, Marcos. Got to a front headlock. Came back to neutral. Good counter. Simonson with a shot, but not the best one. Still drives in again.
Thought we might be able to get that.
Well, it's close, but we're still on our feet, 0-0. 50 seconds left. Front headlock by Poggle. Tried to drag him behind, but Marcus Simonson went too far out in front of him, and we come back up neutral. 15 seconds. Poggle in on another single, now to a double. Gotta fight this hard here for 6 seconds. Don't give up the takedown here.
Nothing.
That's good fight there. 0-0 after one.
We were fortunate there.
At least he didn't give up late points in a match.
Yep, that's exactly right. Marcus has been around a long time. He wrestled in the club a lot of years. Just kind of a journeyman.
Poggles with a hard stand-up. Marcus Simonson takes him right back down to the mat. Into a base. Got to get him off this base, though, so he can go to work. Armbar now. Getting forced back by Marco Simonson. Now he's got him flattened out. Take your time here, Marcos. Don't be in a hurry. And we got near fall coming. This looks pretty tight for the second. Settle in here, Marcos. Don't get impatient. Oh, and he's going to get reversed.
He let him get back to his knees.
3 near fall. Simonson, we're not done yet. Still in a scramble. Got to get your hips up higher here, Marcos. Get him out. Stalemate. We remain on top.
Boy, we were lucky
That
there.
was a good call for us. But again, he did not quit and give up the position.
We had that bar on, but he let the Everest kid get to his knees.
Bar on
Break
that
him down,
far
Marcos.
side again here. This is better again. 40 seconds left. 3-0. Marcos Simonson. Here, run him one more time. Got a wrist tied up. Walk it over one more time here, Marcos. Now we got near fall coming.
Too high, too high.
Get your hips sunk back on him. 3 more near fall. 6-0. A little better score now.
Well, he turned him pretty well.
Yeah. Power half now. Don't give him a point here now. Good job. 6-0 after 2 periods. Marcos Simonson, your Red Raider. His choice. He's going on top. And we got a little blood time, little cleanup here. Simonson's got a abrasion on the elbow. And we're ready to go again. 6-0. Third period coming.
The Everest people are getting pretty excited here.
Yeah, and the Rapids people are too, with Simonson on the mat here. Doing a pretty good job. Simonson drops off to a single, comes up with it. Front trip. Nice work.
That was nice.
So far, this is classic Rapids wrestling here. Don't give up any points at the ends of periods. Try to stay in the match. Stay in good position. Wrestle hard. Get the points when they're there. Off the mat. 1:20 left. Still 6-0 the lead.
This is exciting dual meet.
Yeah, it is. Back and forth. Poggle trying to stay on a high base. Simonson takes it back down. Got a bar starting to come. He's got it again. Got a bar and a wrist, I do believe. Just keep running
Got to
it.
keep him on the mat, though. We can't let him get to his base. Get too high, Marcos.
This is a little bit better here. Still a little high, but he's got more weight across the shoulders.
Way too high. That would have been a pin if he
Yeah.
stayed back.
3 near full. He's got a major laying here now. He scoops that bar in one more time. Poggle trying to step over the top. Oh, and he got the reversal.
There's no patience here.
15 seconds left.
He gets that bar, but it's pretty high. Uh-oh.
It's 9-2. End of the match is here. 9-2. Marcus Simonson won.
We didn't get that escape point, huh?
No, that kept him from a major. Got flopped around just a little bit, got out of position. Stepped over, got reversed at the end of the match.
Oh, he was getting that bar on pretty good, but
Boy, he was.
no patience there. Get too high.
BC Everest, Tanner Rickman.
Tanner Rickman at 170 for the Evergreens, and Brett Bach, the number 1 ranked wrestler in the state at 160 pounds. They're moving him up to 170 tonight. Rickman is a sophomore. Headlock by Bach. Rickman tried to roll him through. Bach countered that. Rickman is a sophomore for the Evergreens.
We got to build up a little lead here.
Yeah, we do.
A little more.
Caution, Bach jumping to start. Bach in control with a wrist tied up. Trying to dig a leg in, but couldn't. Trying to dig one in on this side, and he does.
Rickman's job is not to give up extra points.
That's right. And the longer the match goes, probably he's gonna. Because he'll get worn down and give Bach a chance to score more. Arm tied up underneath, trying to barbed wire it around is Bach. Now wraps up the other arm, walks it around trying to get to a cradle. He's got it locked. See if he can get the turn here. And he's got the turn coming, 35 seconds left. We'll see if he can pin him from here. No, he can't, loses the grip. Too near fall. 4-0 the Red Raider. Again, cradle locked up. This is looking a little better here. Shoulders a little more exposed this time around. Pin for Bach in 147.
That was a big pin.
Big for team points, big for the team in momentum.
So I'm looking at 27-13.
27-13 with those 16 points. The 182-pound weight class coming up. Red Raiders have Damian Sturck standing at the table. And we'll see if the Evergreens put anybody out. They said in the open introductions would be a forfeit, and that's what it is. Those
That
are
was
huge
big,
points.
too. That was big.
Interesting when I understand the inexperienced guys, but interesting when you're in a dual meet, and DC Everest was in the dual meet with probably favored in some weight classes coming up here, and then they forfeit and give away 6 free ones. Andrew Samuels is the wrestler at 195, and this is Ashton Fisher. Fisher is ranked 10th in the state. Nice drag. Pull that arm down, spun behind. Takedown. Fisher ended up with a injury in the cheese head and had to medical forfeit out of that after he wrestled a couple matches.
Well, yeah, he was on the podium. He was on the podium.
He
And,
finished, what, 8th?
Yeah, a trainer came by and he evidently had an elevated pulse. Whatever, I don't know.
Samuel's on his back in deep trouble here.
They, you're right, he had the medical forfeit.
There's the pin, and 113 on the fall. Ashton Fisher back in the lineup with a vengeance here. 6 Red Raider team points, 39-13 to Doomie. 220 pounders coming up. Tanner Gormanson, your Red Raider. And this would probably be Mitch Danielski. And Danielski is ranked 7th at 220 in the state. So Gormanson would be the definite underdog here. And Danielski finally getting his warm-ups off and his knee brace pulled up.
220 for Scotts Rapids, Tanner Gormanson. And for VCR's Mitchell Danielski.
Gormanson is a freshman for the Red Raiders. That's a young kid to be in a big weight class. And Danielski, a senior. A little slide by and got a takedown, cut him loose. 2-1, Danielski. And we'll see if Gormanson can keep from giving up a pin here. That would be the goal for the team and Gormanson. Again, he being the heavy underdog here in this match. Double underhooks, body lock, jacking him up. Launching pad is loaded. Gormanson goes down, but able to get stomach down for the most part. That's only a takedown. That would have been big trouble for Gormanson.
One of them.
Now Gormanson able to get back to his feet, get the escape. 4-2. Danielski leads. Now it's going to be 6-2. Now 6-3. Again, the young Gormanson, only a freshman, and he's wrestling at 220. Underhook again in deep, drop down. Gormanson with a counter. Getting a little bit out horsepowered here. Still trying to fight his hips up, which he has done, stretching that leg out. Good work so far. Oh, and with 1 second left.
That's the issue for him.
They
He's
give him the takedown.
9th grade of wrestling up at a
220.
220, and he don't have that power.
There's body weight there, but it's not power muscle yet. Hopefully that will develop. 8-3 right now is your score in favor of Danielski. And a mouth guard comes out from Gormanson. Picks it up, wipes her off a little bit, call her good. Danielski shot in on one side, switched once he got in there.
Got knocked over pretty easily.
And has another takedown. It's 10-3 right now. Gormanson trying to fight that wrist ahead. Danielski picking a knee and trying to drive him down. He got close to turning inside and facing him, but Danielski picked a thigh and set him back on his chest. 45 seconds left. Still 10-3 in favor of the Evergreen. Next up, the 285-pounders, Josh Hanson and Miles Paulson. And then you go right down to the little guys, Warning, Stalling on Gormanson. 106-pounders will end up the dual meet tonight. Landon Freeman and Tyler Majeski. $15 seconds left. Gormanson's got to get his head up. End of the period coming. Danielski's kind of complaining to the ref a little bit. Can't do nothing. Well, your job to be the offensive guy. 10-3, start of the third. Danielski.
Gormy is hanging in here pretty good.
And here's a cradle. And Danielski's got near fall coming.
Trouble here.
He got stomach down. That's a good thing. And he broke the grip. 2 near fall. 14-3 right now. Major decision on the board. Warning, Stalling. Gormanson again, 1 point Danielski. Now he's just getting overpowered here. It's 15-3.
Got a minute left.
Oh, and he gets put on his back by a near side cradle. This is big trouble. And there is the pin. 5:08 on the fall time for Mitch Danielski.
We fought pretty well.
16 points for the Evergreens. It's now 39-19. The Red Raiders have the dual meet locked up. But you still want to finish strong here. Miles Paulson and Josh Hanson. 285-pounders. Hanson a senior, Paulson a junior. See how the big heavies go. You'll see under overhooks and throws.
Look at here. Is this a surprise? No.
No.
This is how they both want to wrestle. These are heavyweights. But this is where Josh likes to wrestle from.
Yeah, for better or worse.
Yeah.
Little inside leg trip tried by Paulson. That didn't do anything. Hanson got an underhook with not good head position and an overhook. This is basically sumo wrestling in high school, and Paulson tried to throw, and Hanson flattened out and caught him.
Hanson does recover pretty well.
Pin for Hanson in 103 on the fall.
He moves his feet pretty good.
And he felt that throw coming and flattened out.
Yeah.
6 Red Raider team points, 45-19 to dual meet. 106-pounders coming. Landon Freeman and Tyler Majeski. Majeski is a freshman, and Freeman a freshman as well. So we got a couple young guys going at her here at 106 pounds. Final dual meet, or final matchup of the dual meet.
This Landon's pretty good.
He's ranked 9th at 106 in the state. Good hard collar tie by Majeski right now. Reach in shot there by Freeman and countered. Freeman's trying to get rid of that collar tie, and so far he can't shake it off at all.
Looks like they're both pretty content to hang in here.
Yeah, and right now Freeman's doing the backing up here, and he just got nailed for a warning. Took a shot in, but got countered. And Majeski is doing a lot of pushing in. There's a takedown by Freeman.
Not yet, though.
Now he's got the two. Now we'll see where power comes in or doesn't come in. Who's got a little power? Freeman got a reverse half.
Too high, yeah.
But has the 2 points in the lead. 7 seconds left. Legs ride flattened him out. And the 1. 2-0. Landon Freeman. Danielski's choice. He deferred Freeman's choice. He'll go down to start the second period. Freeman on the move on the bottom. Trying to turn inside if he can. Majeski kind of chasing him here right at the moment. Both wrestlers working on hand control here. Freeman trying to come out the backside, which he has done. Gets the escape. 3-0, minute 12 left, second period. Shot in from too far out. Majeski's trying to counter with a takedown. Freeman reverses that and gets the 2. Nice wrestling by Freeman. He was in some trouble, though. He was almost taken down.
He counters pretty well, yeah.
Again, we got to thank Landon Jones a lot here for volunteering his time. Giving you mat side seats, as we like to say. And hopefully we'll see him more down the road. Doing some camera work for us. We really appreciate his work. Up and coming wrestler and good guy too. So we thank him very much.
Yeah, he's on the JV team.
Bar and a wrist tied up by Armagast. Running it around the corner. Majeski goes over. 10 seconds left.
It's actually Freeman.
Excuse me, Freeman, correct.
Well, I think he's going to pin
Got
this
the
guy.
pin with 4/10 of a second left in the period. That's about as close as you can cut it. Fall in 3 minutes, 59 seconds, we'll call it. 6 Red Raider team points, 51-19. The Red Raiders take out the Evergreens. Coach, another good dual meet for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was a little closer than the score, maybe. Anyway, it was good to have it over with, and it was a good dual meet, and we're going to let you finish this up.
Sets up the dual meet later on, not overlooking Wausau East, but they're a down squad this year. It sets up the dual meet with Wausau West and the Red Raiders in 2 weeks. We'll take a quick break. We'll see if head coach Scott Benitz can come up and give us a little input as how he saw the mat. Saw the match tonight. We'll bring you more Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. And we're back now at DC Everest. Head coach Scott Benitz. Congratulations on another Valley Conference dual meet win. That sets up what probably could be a Wausau West Rapids dual meet for the lead in the Valley Conference going into the tournament.
Yeah, we got to get through Wausau East again. But we'll see. Wausau West wrestles Marshfield right now.
That
so
should be a heck of a dual meet.
no idea what the score will be. Find out when we get home, I
Right.
guess. And we got to wrestle better against them than we did tonight. But we kind of practiced through it last night. Coming off the Cheesehead, had guys out last week, just getting them back into the lineup. And we looked, not going to say rusty because we're not rusty, but we looked sluggish. And
That's the way I would. One
yeah.
step slow in
Yeah.
some matches.
Yep. So again, that might be attributed to 2 real hard practices the last 2 nights. Again, guys coming back in the lineup that were out. So we still put 50 on them and didn't wrestle our best. And we're just working on some things that we haven't been doing well and kind of focus on those things. And maybe that showed a little bit tonight where we just didn't wrestle quite as sharp. But not necessarily by design, but kind of, you just kind of, pick and choose when you get really ready.
Right.
And we got things coming up that we have to get real ready for. And
You just cannot keep in professional sports, high school
sure.
sports. You can't keep at the very top edge level all the time.
Right.
It's just not possible.
yeah, no, you just only have so many matches in you.
Right.
And we used up a bunch of them last week, so we're still kind of, for some of those guys, recovering. They're still reeling from some losses. And, it's a long season, and we're I think right where we want to be. Obviously I'd like to go in and shut everybody out.
Sure.
But that's not happening in the Valley too
No,
often. And, so they wrestle hard tonight against us. And it was probably a good meet for us as far as getting ready for this weekend and getting into some matches where we can kind of open our offense up.
Right. Let's quickly run through the lineup. Aiden Armagast, the pin in 310, gets the Raiders off to a fast start.
Yeah, he's been doing that all year for us, getting a lot of pins. And you feel pretty confident in him getting those. He worked forward a little bit and then caught that guy at the end and caught that pin, and that kind of got us rolling. 6 points it was one we needed.
Sure. One of your horses comes up next, Preston Spray, another pin in 338. Not necessarily known as a pinner, but put an extra point on the board.
Yeah, he was scoring points on his feet and got that tilt at the end, so we put ourselves in a spot where we only had one shot to pin him. And he was really, really patient. And, he did what we asked him to do. And he's wrestling really, really well right now. And, I'm pretty excited about what he's going to do this year.
Yeah. Next matchup, 126, Carter Freeman against Easton Cooper, and he's one of their best wrestlers. And tough match, 9-5.
Yeah, returning state place winner. And Carter got caught for 4.
That was the difference, the 2 points.
Yeah, he just kind of got hung up. And, then when he kind of felt it, then he was able to roll through and just rolled through a little late and gave up to 4. And pretty hard to come back on a good kid. That kind of deficit. And he wrestled, hard, wrestled in spurts pretty good. We just, a little bit of the freshman, struggles right now.
Right.
He's going to be very, very good. We just got to work our way through some of these tough matches.
Easton Meyer at 132, tough match, goes down to Blake Bankston. It was just one of those matches where, like you mentioned earlier, just one step slower, one step behind.
Yeah, that wasn't, Ason's been wrestling really well, and he was out of the lineup there last week, and kind of showed that he's, real sluggish. That's not as well as he can wrestle,
Right.
obviously, but it happens sometimes, and it was not a good match for him. A match we got to turn around at the conference tournament, and matches like that he has to win if he wants to, wrestle down in the state tournament at the end of the year. So, learning time too. We saw some defensive mistakes that we have to correct. And
Right.
That's why we wrestle these matches. It's all to prepare for the end of the year, and that's going to help us later on. So
138, Mark Jeske in the lineup for the Red Raiders, and took on Blake Heel, and that's, again, one of their ranked kids.
yeah, we were overmatched there. I just we gotta not get hung up quite so bad when we're on the bottom. We have to be able to minimize points. That's what we asked them to do tonight, was to stay in the match as long as we could.
Right.
And we got out of that match about towards the tail end of that first period, and the second period didn't go well. So he's new for us here, and he's in the lineup, and he's struggling to come off the Cheesehead, and he's going to be a pretty darn good wrestler. We just got, like I said, we got to be able to fight those positions better than we're fighting.
Josh Black puts the Red Raiders back on the board. Tough, hard-fought win, 4-2. and the Red Raiders take the lead back again.
Yeah, that was a match where we knew that was going to be a tough match, and Josh wrestled real slow. Got the points he needed to. Didn't like him getting ridden out in that third period. That can't happen. We're gonna, he wants to wrestle in a state tournament. You cannot get ridden out, and he got ridden out, and it's what we worked on all week in practice. I don't know if he was necessarily trying to get out. But he definitely wasn't working hard enough on the bottom, and that was, that's got to change. But we got that 4-0 lead, and wrestled well enough to win. But we need to put our foot on the gas a little harder than that.
Yeah, Ben Weidman back in the lineup, 4-1 win over Terrence Banks.
Yeah, uneventful.
Yeah.
And he was one of those guys that was out of the lineup last week, and you could see that he was real sluggish. And just one of those matches we were hoping to get him back today. We got him back, and probably, wished he would have, had a little more energy, but where he's coming from, that was kind of probably pretty predictable. So, he's a very good wrestler, and we're looking for big things. Just one of those matches that we're going to build on coming back into the lineup again.
160, you put in Marcus Simonson against Daytona Poggle. Poggle's a name from up here that they've had some Poggle kids in the lineups before. And Simonson comes out with a 9-2 win. And that was a pretty darn good match there except the last couple seconds where he gave up the major.
Yeah, I gave up the major and then couldn't get the escape back to get it back. And, we weren't sure what we were going to get. He's wrestling good. He's won a lot of varsity matches when we were up at Northern Exposure, where you're going to see him down at Mequon next week. He's going to be slid back in. We can get some extra guys in. He's going to be in our lineup. And, possibly at the end of the year, we don't quite know what we're going to, get for a lineup yet, and you never know with this crazy year we're having, who's in, who's out, so
and it
he's
changes
one of those,
day to day.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a pleasant surprise for us, and wrestling pretty darn solid. So we're excited for
Got
Marcus
Bach, you move up to
Simonson.
170, and he does what your number one ranked wrestler is supposed to, put 6 on the board.
Yeah, we're up a little bit weight-wise, but, their guys were small. They were both weighed in at 60-ish, so we just thought we'd move up. And, he got the pin for us, and, it was nice to see him get back on a win. He had a tough finals match at the Cheesehead, and then I was able to kind of get back out there.
Exceptional kid.
Oh, absolutely.
In the country.
For sure. But he got to get back out here and get his feet back underneath him here a little bit, and we'll get back on it this weekend. And, he does what he does. He picks up points for us.
Yeah, Damian Sturk at 182 gets a forfeit. They had a guy weighed in there, and then they pulled him. And then 195, Ashton Fisher gets a pin. 113 over Andrew Samuels.
Yeah, and that kid actually looked like he moved pretty well there. And Ashton just wrestles well. He flows well. And, that guy kind of tried to, he started rolling him through, and he caught him. And he does that stuff very, very well. He's got a ton of potential. And we got a pretty good one there, and he's a pinner too. So and dual meets those pinpoints add up. And we've got pinners, and kind of showed tonight.
Then you go up at 220. You get a young guy there, the freshman Tanner Gormanson, had a big weight, 220.
Yeah.
And against one of their best kids, Mitch Danielski. So that's Gormanson was the underdog all the way.
Yeah.
He fought pretty hard for quite a long time there. Got himself out of some bad positions.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of got to him at the end.
Yeah, I think he just kind of wore down there, and he's fighting and doing probably everything that he can. Just struggles with strength a little bit.
Right.
You don't question his heart. You don't question, his desire, to win or to compete. Just right now, just at that weight, he's just not quite ready for that. But he is the guy that we have there right now, and
that's what he weighs.
He stepped up, and that's what he does. So
Yeah.
we're going to try to get through these matches without giving up 6, and those will be points on the board for us.
Josh Hanson at 285, your heavyweight, against Paulson, and both of them same style, want to throw. Paulson, he decided he was going to launch the pad first, and Hanson flattened out on him, put him right to his back.
Yeah, Josh felt that coming. You could see it. He floated him pretty good, and he's pretty tough when he gets guys on their back. So, it was somebody was going on their back. So the right guy ended up on top. So we'll go with that one.
Landon Freeman ends the dual meet in a pin in 359.
Yeah, he had to fight for that.
Yes,
that
he did.
First period was
that was a good
fight,
match.
And everything he earned, he fought, and he finally caught that guy in that bar.
And he stays with some of that stuff long enough. Some of the little guys, younger guys, they may get a little impatient when it doesn't work right now.
Yeah.
But he stayed with everything long enough till it sees its end.
Yeah, and he picked up that pin, and he's yeah, getting some wins now. These guys picked up a bunch of losses at the Cheesehead.
Yeah.
And so we just have to kind of get used to winning again and, fighting in those tough spots and then getting those points and then making a tight match a pin for us. Those
Right.
are the things that we learned over at Cheesehead. Just, high school wrestling is pretty tough.
Yeah.
In the Valley on a Thursday night is tough. And we toss records out and, some of these teams wrestle awful good schedules, and the guy's 500 wrestler is pretty good wrestler for him. Like Josh Black was a sub 500 wrestler, and that kid was a pretty solid wrestler.
Yeah, he's been in the
So,
lineup for him.
yeah, and if you take a look at his losses, he's a good wrestler. Just their schedule, and he picked up losses. So kind of like our guys, we got losses. I wouldn't want to wrestle our guys with 6-7 losses because there's 6-7 solid matches that we have in, and we're gonna beat a lot of guys that don't have that, feel for wrestling tough matches. And I think again, we're kind of where we want to be. Hopefully we can open up the offense a little bit this weekend.
Yeah.
And get it rolling here at come end of the year.
Going down to New London and a lot of good kids down there as well.
Yeah, Coleman's there.
Yep.
And then a bunch of individuals after that. I think Random Lake is down a little bit. They're decent. Wyweek is okay. So some teams like that. But, if we wrestle well, we'll be fine. We might have a couple different guys stuck in the lineup here. We never know with this stuff going on where all of a sudden, hey, he can't go for a couple days and then they're out. So, we're pretty excited to get over there. As much as we are for the varsity, is the JV varsity wrestling in the same gym. And so we all get on the bus together. We all, coach. I get to coach these guys that are wrestling right now. And so they get to, it's just kind of a really good event for us.
Good
and it's,
team
yeah,
wrestling.
And it's not a long drive like we do sometimes. We're on the road all the time. So it's, it's a pretty nice day for us. So we're really looking forward to getting over there.
Yeah. Coach, thanks for stopping by. We really appreciate it. And we'll bring you more Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media.